All right, what it do, beloved? It's the gang, the boys. Gotta hop up into it today. I'm a little behind, so let's get to it. Verse 23, chapter 8, Matthew. And when he was entered into its ship, his disciples followed him. And behold, there arose a great tempest in the sea, insomuch that the ship was covered with the waves, but he was asleep. And his disciples came to him and awoke him, saying, Lord, save us, we perish. And he saith unto them, Why are ye fearful, O ye of little faith? Then he arose and rebuked the winds and the sea, and there was a great calm. But the men marveled, saying, What manner of man is this, that even the winds and the sea obey him? Dang. Aura emanating from this passage right here. So, in the last little segment right there, they hopped up on the ship, saw the great multitudes. Right, he was surrounded by the people, right, because they wanted to see him. They heard of his great works. They've heard of his teachings, right? And he's like, "Hey, like I need to get out of here, bro." And as he's trying to get out of here, as he's trying to get into the ship, he's got two people. He's like, that are saying like, "Oh, I'll follow you, please, wherever you go." And he's like, "Hey, bro, I don't think you're ready for that. Because even the foxes, the birds, they got a crib. Son of man. Hey, I ain't even got nowhere to lay my head at the end of the day." And then another one said, "Hey, wait, hold up. I get that. I see that, but let me go just bury my dad first real quick." And he's like, "Hey, bro, let dead bury their dead, baby. There's only, you got the dead forever. You only got me right now. You lucky, you blessed to be in the time with me right now. There's only a limited amount of time that I'm going to be on this earth. A little minuscule moment of time in the grand scheme of things. And you just happen to be in the time that he was there on earth right now. Hey, bro, let the dead bury their dead. That's more important, And so he's got people just like dragging on him, right, as he's trying to dip, right? And like I said, he can't love intimately in the crowd, type of thing. He can. But I think it means more when it's a personal situation, not just him standing up in the front of the crowd, healing people, boom, boom, boom. The intimate moments mean more. The intimate, loving moments mean more, right? And guess what happens? Goes in the ship, just with the gang, just with the squad, with the boys, the clique, And boom, hey, storm, ship, drowning, waves tumbling over the walls into the ship. They're probably out here bailing out of water, but none of them probably even know how to swim. Probably, I don't even know. They're tweaking. They're bro, commotion, lightning, thunder, rain, probably, I think. I don't know. What's Jesus doing while they're all screaming, they're tweaking? Bro, he's just chilling, he's sleeping. In the bottom of the ship. I mean, it just says he was asleep. So, hey, bro, maybe he was on top of the ship. He getting splashed with water, raining. Chilling. People running around, screaming. Lightning, boom, thunder. Right on top, right on the front of the ship, bro. Right on the front of the ship. Right on the boat, right on that big thing that sticks out in the front of the ship. The big beam. He's sleeping on that right up top, right in front. You don't care. He chilling, bro. So they come up to him. They're like, hey, yo, Lord, save us, we perish. They're tweaking, bro. They see Jesus sleeping. They know Jesus is sleeping, but they still tweaking. If the man with all this power, if the Son of God, right? If you believe that he is who he says he is, and he's chilling, why are you tweaking? Like just like the thought of that. If I know we're only 8 chapters in, but at this point, I'm not sure how much time has lapsed since the meeting of the disciple, Jesus meeting his disciples and stuff. But I would assume it's a decent amount of time. I would assume there are moments, there are times, at least a few, that he has said, "Hey, I am the Son of God, right? I'm here on my Father's bidding, right? He's bro. He was just casting out demons. He just healed Peter's wife, right, or mother-in-law, right? He just cleansed leper. He just saved the servant, right? Like all these things just in this one chapter. So it's like in this one series of events, seemingly this is the same series of events within a couple of days, right? They're tweaking. Bro's sleeping. He's chilling. Nothing's wrong, right? He's fine. He's fast asleep, bro. He's asleep, right? Chilling. The literal polar opposite of tweaking, right? Two extremes. Complete and utter calm and chillness, sleeping, tweaking, right? They're saying, "Lord, save us, we perish." Why? If Jesus ain't dying, why are y'all gonna die? If your disciple or if your master is not tweaking, why are you tweaking? Right? Same with like a dog, right? I'm not trying to whatever, but like, hey, if you're chill, most of the time your dog gonna know. It's like, hey, it's fine. If someone's coming up and you start stancing up, guess what? Your dog's gonna stance up a little bit. He's gonna see you. He's gonna he's gonna be like, oh, danger, right? And sometimes your dog might see some things that you don't, but this is just an example, right? And same with like your general, right? Your general's chilling, right? Leading you into battle. You look at your general and you're probably chilling a little bit more. I know that's not anywhere near as what we're doing nowadays, but back in the day, you're charging a battle. You look at your general, fearless, right? As soon as the leader is retreating, is tweaking, guess what? You tweaking, right? He sees something that you don't, I think that happened in, dang, bro, like the Mexican-American War or something like that. Or like the Mexican army had like outnumbered, I forget. I know it was some type of Mexican battle of some sort, but I forget what was. But they had like overwhelming forces, right? Maybe it was like going against like the Spaniards or something when they were invading, something like that. Overwhelming numbers on the Mexican side, and then the opposing side was like very weak or whatever. And they were charging, and Mexicans were winning, and then the opposing side like singled out their leader and just charged for the leader, killed their leader, took down their leader. And even though the Mexicans would have won if they had just stayed fighting, right? They saw their leader fall, and they all dipped, like they got scared, and they're like all their energy got sucked out of them, right? They were like, oh, well, what do we do now? We don't have a leader, So it's like, if your leader is not tweaking, like, why are you tweaking? Especially in a situation such as this, right? And that shows they ain't got no faith. It's not even small faith, right? I know Jesus says, oh, ye of little faith. But I mean, maybe it is a little faith, and I'm gonna say they had a little bit of faith, right? But dang, bro, not even as much as a mustard seed, bro. It's got to be like atom size or something, dude. Like, goodness, which I ain't want to talk, right? But just kind of like paint the picture there, And he's like, hey, yo, like, why are you tweaking, right? Why are you fearful? oh, ye of little faith. Like, bro, he literally woke up. He's sleeping, kept the same energy as if he was sleeping, right? He's like, bro, what? He's like, oh, bro, what? What are you guys on? Oh my goodness, bro. Why y'all tweaking, bro? Chill out, gang. Goodness. Got up, bro, and then he's like, boom. He's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, yo, chill. Hey, yo, chill. To the winds and the sea. And there was a great calm, right? He's got up. He's like, bro, boom, done. Like, y'all are tripping about this? Hey, bro, this is pretty sick. Like, I made this happen, right? Like, this is for me. This is a storm rocking me in the boat, help me fall asleep. You know. Now y'all making me like stop it, like, cause y'all tweaking. Like, what? You know. And then they had the audacity to marvel, right? It's like, you know, he's casting out demons, he's healing people, right? Doing these crazy things, right? But then when he can stop a storm, that's when it's like, oh, this is crazy. Like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's a bigger thing, but like, you know, you're healing leprosy, you're healing someone that's sick, you're giving life, right? Versus, you know, calming the waters. I don't know, bro. I feel like those are pretty equal in greatness, especially leprosy. Like, leprosy is like a whole body thing, right? It's nasty. Curing leprosy, nasty stuff. Okay, but I don't know, bro. I don't know. And obviously, you know, I got 20/20 vision looking at this. You know, like, oh, obviously, you know, I can't be one to talk because I'm not in the situations, right? I got my own situations. Sorry about that, but I got my own situations that I'm sure if somebody was looking down, I'm sure Jesus is looking down like, hey yo, why you tweaking, gang? Like, chill, bro. You know? So, hey, I can't be one to talk. I'm just thinking about it, you know, thinking about it with my privilege, you know, with my privilege. I gotta check my privilege, you know. So I'm looking at this with that privilege. All right, you gotta check that, you know. But you know, regardless, hey, you know, what situations have you been in where you've been tweaking like that, right? What situations that you've been through, that you've gotten through, and it's like, hey, yo, why was I tweaking? Like, come on, man. Because even at the end of the day, even if I'm in the ship and the ship is going down, all right, and I die, I'm still good. I'm still solid. I'm still better than I was before because I'm in heaven, you know? I'm still chilling with Jesus at the end of the day, right? Like, at the end of the day, bulls whizzing over my head, one of them hit me, I'm chilling because I got God on my side. I got Jesus in my heart. And when my heart stopped popping, hey, bro, my soul start popping with God. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. But for real, I'm like, if you know, think about this, right? And trying to apply it actively. If you're in a situation, you know, you're tweaking, you feel yourself kind of like uppity in it, you know? Hey, are you just in the middle of rageous waters? Hey, bro, maybe God got that going on for a reason. Maybe it's, hey, bro, maybe, you know, rocking him to sleep a little bit, you know? I don't know. Maybe it's a situation to put more faith, right, in God, right? Maybe it's a teaching situation that will develop your relationship with the Lord a little bit more, right? I don't know. Easy to say, hard to do in the moment, right? But something to strive to, right? Yeah. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Ask Lord. Bless you. Amen.